niggas lost no priority. I never been a part of a sorority. I always been a part of the minorities. Fist up, middle finger to authority. Flow hotter than the oven mitt. On the mission, I be sticking to the covenant. Never go to war for the government. Widows crying out, asking where their husbands went. Had a broke heart, got it all intact. Let's go.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 23. And the Lord said unto her.
Let me ask you a question. Does your pops look like you?
A little bit. I'm a freak. My mom and my dad are like this big, and all of a sudden, boom, I came out.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Two nations are in thy womb. Read it again. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb.
Two nations are in the womb of Rebecca, right? Go ahead.
And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
And these two nations shall be separated from her mouth.
And one people shall be stronger than the other people.
And one people shall be stronger than the other people. You call yourself, I'm guessing you're Jewish then.
I just found out 2 years ago, I guess I am.
Okay.
This lady found me on the internet and said, you know what? Because I wrote on the internet, I go, I bless my dad and I at our house in Fountain Valley. I didn't know.
You know what Holocaust means? To burn with fire. Right? Go ahead.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Let me ask you a question. Is the Jewish man powerful?
Jewish man powerful.
Yeah. The Jewish nation. Are they powerful?
Well, let's put it this way. It's Israel, Oscar Brown, and one tank. And one tank,
So
all their enemies that they can send to the land and their enemies with one tank.
So the Jewish man is powerful, correct?
The Jewish man might not be powerful physically, but with God behind you,
Well, of course. But if you're taking out a whole village of people with one tank,
a whole nation.
a whole nation of people with one tank, that makes you powerful, correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. So this is saying that and one people should be greater than the other, right? Or stronger than the other, right? Read that again, Baba Shah.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Now, we call ourselves Israel. The men you see up here today. We descend from the 12 tribes of Israel, of Yasharallah, Israel, right? Now, we believe that we are the people that it's talking about. But you believe that you're the people that it's talking about. Now, we're going to have to go through.
All I know is what I was told.
I understand that. And I'm going to show you why that person that told you that lied to you.
Right.
Let me get Jeremiah 16. Oh, okay. There you go.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Remember Egypt, right? They tell you that's your history. That's what they said to you, right? So it says, no longer will they say that the Lord brought you up out of the land of Egypt. That was the first Exodus, correct? Here we go.
Verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
But now it's saying, we're not going to say that anymore. Now we're going to say that the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. Do you know what the land of the north is?
Russia.
North America.
North America.
America.
I thought it was Russia.
No. Because Israel isn't in Russia. Israel is in America. Even if they say you were the Jew, you all weren't just in Russia. You all were predominantly throughout all of Europe, the Americas, You know what I'm saying? Especially during that time, during the Holocaust, right? And then even now, you're still in America. So you haven't, if it's you, you still haven't been liberated. But yet everybody's in that land claiming to be the children of the Bible. Let's go.
Okay. But the Lord that liveth brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them.
And all the lands that he drove them from, right? Go ahead.
And I will bring them again.
And this is how we know that this has not been fulfilled yet. Because even if you claim, even if they say it's you, you all haven't been taken out of every land to be inside your homeland. The men you see up here were taken out of their land and brought to America to be slaves. Right? Go ahead.
And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
And that's the promise. That's the promised land. It was promised to Israel. So then again, he's going to bring them back into their land. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers.
And right now, that's what we're doing. We fishing. These brothers wasn't out here before, but we fished. These brothers wasn't out here before, but we fished. And when we fished, we threw out that line, right? We reeled them in. And now we brought the fish in, right? Go ahead.
Said the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters.
And after that day, he will send for many hunters. Go ahead.
And they shall hunt them from every mountain, and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks.
And then that day, after we are done fishing, we're going to be hunting, right? That's the God we serve. That's the Jesus is my boss. That's what is going to happen. And then he said we're going to be hunting people down.
Bring it on, huh?
See, because a lot of people think it's all hugs and kisses. You know what I'm saying? But God is a man of war. And his son is no different.
I came to bring a sword.
Hey, that part.
Brother and sister going to be like,
Yeah, he come to bring a sword. Go ahead. Hold on, where we at? 18. Hold on. Yeah, 18.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 18.
That's the point.
And first, I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double.
He'll recompense their iniquity and their sin double. Go ahead. He's talking about the other nations. Go ahead.
Because they have defiled my land.
Because the Jewish man is in our land, defiling it. They have gay parades in the Holy Land, right? That's what we're doing now. That's how you know they don't belong there, right? No matter how many people try to convince you that it's talking about you, they're saying that so to propagate their stance in this earth. So if they got enough people that might look like you to believe it, then you all can be in a position of power still. While we stuck here in America, Israel, the Israelites, living in poverty, being told we can't be on these blocks teaching. And let me ask you a question. What do you think they're going to do with the homeless while this whole coronavirus thing is going on? Where are they going to put the homeless? Didn't they say that in camps, right? Now let me ask you a question. Didn't they say you can't be 6 feet from another person? But they're going to put a bunch of people together?
they want to get rid of them.
Thank you. They don't care about us. Go
What about
ahead.
the kids at the border, huh?
That part. Hey, don't ever let nobody play y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody play y'all. Y'all got to be smarter than them, man. They put the agenda out there for you to see.
You know what the FEMA camps are?
Yeah.
You know what they're going to do?
Yeah.
You're going to walk in there, you're going to put your hand in this device, a probe's going to come down, it's called stigmata, okay, like Jesus got his hands.
Yeah, it's
and his
Rockmo.
fingers,
That-
okay, it's
that-
called
that-
stigmata. And what they're going to do is they're going to take your DNA and they're going to match it to the census. That's why they do a census in this country, so that they can put
Verse
you and give
18.
you
What's
the
your name,
mark.
man? What's your name?
George.
George. Let's continue, George.
It's the book of Jeremiah.
George or Jorge?
It was Jorge, but it's George here.
See,
My
I-
parents brought me here. Okay, and I thank God he brought me to the best country in the world.
Where your grandparents from? On your dad's side or your mother's side?
Huh?
On your dad's side or your mother's side?
What do you mean?
Which grandparent?
No, my mom and dad brought me here. It was their dream to come here.
To America.
America.
From Hungary.
From Chile.
From Chile.
Where I was born.
You were born in Chile. Okay, come on. Okay. Always, hey, that just goes to show you, man. just because they from the area, all Israel ain't of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 18. And first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land. They have filled mine inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. O Lord, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth.
See, that's what the Gentiles going to do. Because when we come out here and we teach this word and we preach it, thus saith the Lord, the other nations are going to start to come around. And they're going to say what?
And shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies.
Your fathers have inherited lies. Go ahead.
Vanity, and things wherein there is no profit.
There's no profit in believing a lie. You understand? Like, they told us we weren't nothing. They told us we will only be slaves. See, there's no profit in learning a lie. When you find out that you are somebody, that you are going to be the greatest people on the planet again, then you understand that was all a lie.
You know what Auschwitz was?
What was Auschwitz?
The Bush family, the Bushes actually
Let me ask you a question. Did the Jews look like the Germans? Did they look like the Germans? They didn't? Olive? You know how many colors of olives there are? There's 2 colors of olives. There's green and then there's black. Ain't nobody walking around here looking green. And everybody outside of the Caucasian race has melanin.
That's right.
Has some type of color, some hue, which makes them a human, right? A person of color. Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulations and poverty.
Is the Jewish man going through tribulation? Yes, sir.
Yeah, they're the chosen ones. Every time they turn around, they got beat up or killed.
Yeah, see, that's history.
It's right now.
That's right now, right? But you just said that they just rolled one tank and killed the whole nation.
What just happened in that synagogue? They walked in and wiped them all out.
Yeah, but hasn't the white man bombed the black man church?
But it's
Killing
not,
kids?
It's not a black and white thing.
No. It's a nation thing. That's my point. I'm showing you how the Jewish man does not fit this. Let's read it again.
Revelations, chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation.
He knows your works and tribulation. Black, Hispanic, and Native American, man, woman, and child. Read.
And poverty.
He knows your poverty. The Jewish man ain't impoverished. He owns everything. The Jewish man is not in poverty.
You know why? You want to know why the Jewish man is so prosperous? Because that right there is the book, and that is.
But how does that work?
Listen for a second. You talk. Let me talk.
You can talk to me. Don't look at the camera. Talk to me.
That book right there. That book right there
Uh-huh.
is the game.
You're telling me you all can promote sodomism
No,
in your country and be prosperous?
Pink City.
that's against God.
Thank you, but you all are doing that. They're
not.
having gay parades.
I'm not.
You don't have to do a thing. You're in
I
America.
think shit-
Listen.
I think shit
You're
stinks.
not getting
I
it.
don't-
You're
I
not
don't
getting
like-
it.
I don't go near.
You're
Bible.
telling us that because they follow the Bible, they're prosperous. I'm telling you, they don't follow the Bible.
People that follow the rules. Okay,
Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28.
Follow the rules of the Bible. Don't end up in jail. People that look back in the day.
Did the whole nation go into captivity?
Listen, back in the day, if your parents say, "Stay away from that tree," and you went over to that tree, there was a pride of lions, and the lions ate
Amos
you,
3.
and it was all over.
You gotta, George. You gotta understand. You gotta understand, George.
Yeah.
The Most High punishes the nation,
Uh-huh.
not just the individual. The nation.
You see us being punished right now? We're being punished. We're being.
How?
Our asses are being kicked.
how can you say that your asses are being kicked when the black and Hispanic man have been enslaved in this country for over 400 years? That's not the point.
They're not even supposed to be out
Listen,
here.
listen, this is what you don't get. This is what you don't get.
You're brave, you're brave. All of you guys are brave. Everybody else is fucking cowering and staying
Well,
at
of
home.
course, we're the men of the Sakari,
That's right.
right? But this is my
Everybody
point.
else- Everybody else is scared shitless. They're not going to go outside because they think they're going to die.
Let me show you.
And you guys
And
got balls.
who's promoting that?
Huh?
Who owns the TV stations? Who owns the news stations? It's not the black man. It's not the Israelite. It's the Jewish man. It's the same people that say that you're their people. Now watch this. Once again, this is dealing with the nation, not individuals. When you went into captivity in Egypt, you were a nation. When you went into captivity under the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Canaanites, when you was under the captivity of the you know what I'm saying? Babylon, all right? Persia, right? It wasn't an individual. Even Daniel was righteous, but guess where he was?
Read. It's the book of Revelations, chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich.
But you're rich. Why? Because you're rich in spirit, not in money. Because we ain't got no money. We ain't got no money. Y'all got the money. And I'm never gonna say you. Watch this, watch this. See, that's my point. No, that's my
I
point.
don't have a penny, dude.
They
I
said
haven't
you
worked-
are
I
it.
haven't, look, I haven't worked.
George.
No, listen to me. I'm going to school you right now. I haven't worked since 91. Look over there. See that white Mustang?
Uh-huh.
See that white Mustang?
Yeah.
Turbo Mustang.
Uh-huh.
Brand new. I drive that. See these clothes? They're custom. I don't work. I haven't worked. You know what I do? Is I serve this old guy. 25 years ago, this guy had a death threat on him. I went in and I saved him. Him and his whole family.
What do you think we doing, man? All these men got death threats on them. That little man right there got a death threat on him.
Okay.
What you think we doing? We out here to save our people, man. No, no, no. You're not getting it, George. George, you're not getting it. You can never get as dark as me. George,
Yes, I
calm
can.
down. You're not getting what I'm saying.
I guarantee it.
The Most High is dealing with the nations. The Most High is dealing with the nations. You understand? When He says you're in poverty, you're poor, you're seen as nothing. He's not talking about everybody. He's talking about His people. If you're in the land, listen.
Everybody in the Bible's always had cash.
Listen. Just because I can, hey, I look good, but it don't mean I can drive around in that. Especially for the last however amount of years you've been doing nothing. I gotta bust my butt just to make a $2,000 rent payment. Check this out, man. This is the point.
And what I'm trying to make, is I'm not in this car. I went off the streets in Huntington Beach and I went to serve a man, okay? And you call yourself, hey, you call yourself slaves. What is a person that's of service to a white man for over 25 years and never got
Servitude. You know what the black man was? Chattel slavery.
Bring it out.
No. Where's your child at? You have any kids?
Yeah.
Who do they serve under? The same white man?
I have no idea.
Do they still serve under that same white man? Come on, George. You're not being honest here.
You're talking.
This man, what's your last name? Klein, right?
Vespremi is the name they had to take because Klein, the Russians were killing all the royals.
Thank you. This man got a white man last name. You know why? And he couldn't change it because they was killing everybody. You was giving it because you're a possession. That man is carrying his slave owner's name. Slave owner's name. Slave owner's name. We talking about if he comes from me, when I die, he still belongs to the slave owner. You don't deal with that because you are. How could you? Oh, see, man, my dude. I will own you. That's my point. That's how the Bible is. Yes. No. Let's go. Revelation 13, man. I'm gonna show you something. You have to go into slavery. I'm talking about whips on your back, not getting a car after a period of time. No, I'm talking. Hey, I know you did. I know. That's how we know you're not the person of the Bible. Read.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
There we go.
He that leadeth into captivity.
The black man was led into captivity. The Hispanic man was led into captivity. Go ahead. By who? The Jewish man funded the ships. The white man that's his brother enslaved us over here. Shalom. Go ahead.
Shall go into captivity.
Those people that enslaved us are going to go into captivity. That's what the Bible says. That's what Christ says. Read.
He that killeth with the
Jesus is my king.
He want a timeout.
And hey, do you think they're not going to get what's coming to them? Every nation that has had their foot on our necks got something coming to them. A double cup for the white man, though. That's what the Bible says. It's not about, let me show you something. There's nothing wrong with slavery, bro. I'm not against slavery. We had slaves. It's how you treat them. When you having another man sleep with another man to make him weak in front of his brothers, that's wickedness. When you cut a child out of a baby's belly because she's slowing you down, that's wickedness.
That's right.
When you hammering somebody's teeth into their mouth just to force them to eat because they rather die than to serve you, that's wickedness. So it's not about slavery. Slavery's fine. I'm still alive and I'm a slave, but it doesn't mean that that we're gonna be doing the same thing to you all that you all did to us. Go ahead. We gotta finish it. We gotta finish the script. Hey, no worries, man. You're gonna be a slave of Bazak Barayah.
That's right. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
You know how many Hispanics and Native Americans died by the hands of the so-called white man? Through the power of the so-called Jewish man? You know how many black people died by the so-called white man or the so-called Jewish man? Guess what? The white man got something coming to him, man, and it's coming real soon.
That's right.
Y'all worry about these damn plagues and stuff. Hey, let me tell you, God damn America. Hey, and it's coming.
That's right.
All right? Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 22. Who is the liar but he that denieth that Jesus is the Christ?
Who is the liar but he that denieth that Yahushua is a Mashiach? Go ahead.
He is Antichrist that denieth the Father and the Son.
That man is an Antichrist. It always sounds so good when they can say, you know, hey man, they told me that I was Jewish because my last name go back decline, and hey man, your part has been declined. Alright?
That's right.
That day is coming. When I shall stand and see all the wickedness and the fire getting burned. Alright? You don't believe in Jesus, but he got on the Jesus piece. Alright, I yield, man.
While we getting gunned down by these treacherous devils, on the real I'm trying to build like Tetris levels.